but we're going to go into the core of educational sales. And the reason I want to do it is this is the principle between all the marketing that's highly effective. When we do a referral, it's educational sales. Spouse to day 5, monthly in office promotion, reactivation. It's all educational sales. So you and your staff, by the way, your staff has to be trained in this. So everybody is a new patient machine. You cannot just put this all on your back. Now, if it's just you in the office, then you got to do it. But as soon as you get one additional staff member, they're trained in their responsibilities, their primary, secondary, tertiary responsibilities, but they have to be trained in the core of the educational sales process, because that's what gets business. You cannot not have your staff members not know this, okay? So I'm going to walk through the core, and this is what is applied to all of these systems. And then you got to role play it. You got to role play it. It's got to get to muscle memory because it happens fast. When you're talking with somebody, you can't, let me look at my notes. No, it happens fast. And you're the one that has to be leading it. Okay? So you've got to do a lot of role playing to get at the muscle memory fast. And they're not going to follow you. They're not just going to, in other words, you ask a question, they follow you. You ask a question, they follow you. That's not reality. So you've got to be really good at muscle memory, because they're going to go to the left or to the right. They're going to go off track. They're not going to answer the question. Well, you've got to know how to bring them back and get them to answer the question. There's some skill to that, okay? All right, so let's walk through. So what's the core of the educational sales process? Well, it's need equals money times time divided by trust. What does that mean? That's how you get new patients. That's what gets the 8% are already looking. They already have need. I do not have to establish need for the 8% that are looking for a chiropractor. Okay. Now I'm just going with the offer, the USP and the offer. That's it. Okay. I'm talking about the 92%. The 3 out of 4 out of those people that have a chiropractic problem, back pain, that are not seeking chiropractic. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, because that's where the real business is. There's 68% of the business over there versus 8% over here. Unfortunately, only educational sales gets that business. And how do we know it's that much business? It's the second leading cause of going to the general practitioner. Second leading cause of going to the emergency room, back pain. Second leading cause of workers' compensation, back pain. Number 1 leading cause of over-the-counter medication, NSAIDs, joint pain, arthritis. 1 in 5 people who have arthritis. See, they're everywhere. Most of them are driving by your office every day, going to another provider. So you have to know educational sales to get those people. So that's the formula. I'm going to walk through that formula right now. Okay. And you have to teach your staff. If anything, have them watch this video. Okay. You have to teach your staff this. This is the core of marketing. Okay. And that's the formula. Now we start with a target market. I'm not going to get into that. I just want to get right to the script. I'm going to get right to the words. So I'm not leaving out all the reasons, which is, that's not good in itself, because that's when, if you don't know the reason why, that's typically when you don't do something or you change it for the worst, meaning it won't work. Okay.